Greetings, everyone. I am Dr. Wolf, and I am joined by
Josh Scorcher,
Aramau,
TericDragon,
and we just watched Matter of Principles.
Oh.
Yeah.
well,
We had a fantastic time laughing our heads off.
Yes.
But we also had a few moments of, no,
Yeah.
all right. So I suppose we should start at the beginning, and when we come to the end, stop.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right. So it starts out with Twilight and the gang going on this new big quest that all of them had to go to.
Actually, it starts with Twilight giving us the plot device of the Spellvenger Hunt.
Oh yes,
Yes.
all those little artifacts and stuff.
Which I think are going to be incredibly important later because they each represent one of the Student Six's races.
Mm-hmm.
They do, yes.
So yeah, okay. And when we get to that, there are a couple of moments of continuity in this one that I want to
Well,
point out.
less moments of continuity, more like callbacks.
Just little hints of callbacks.
Yeah.
A little mix of two. But anyway, we could start with the Spellvenger Hunt, and then all Snain 6 got called on a quest. Woo! Leaving who in charge?
Starlight Glimmer.
And the number one assistant, Spike.
Yeah, and that was actually fun because we don't get to see them together often, and when they get together, it's fun. It's weird. It's like Starlight is a lot like Twilight, but the dynamic between Spike and Starlight is very, very different.
Yeah.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I actually see a lot more maturity. Of course, Spike is older. He's got his wings. He's learning more, but I'm seeing more maturity from Spike now when he's interacting with Starlight than he had in earlier seasons when he was interacting with Twilight in similar situations. You know, we have situations where Starlight she's starting to lose her temper, she's getting frustrated, and Spike is he's the voice of reason here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Spike has always been a character who's been able to take ponies like Twilight and help them find some measure of balance again when she's going off the rails.
Lesson 0.
Yeah. But I do appreciate that over the years, Spike is still having moments of being childlike, but less moments of being childish. Very good, writers.
Yeah.
So leaves Starlight and Spike in charge, and then once they return back to the school,
Discord.
Discord shows up,
Yes.
which I actually thought was pretty cool
for
You know,
about 2 minutes.
for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, mixed feelings about Discord's appearance.
Yes. Well, so Discord apparently he's feeling a little left out. He's wanted to participate. He's wanted to help out, and he's kind of been shut down. And so,
Well, nobody invited him to anything.
Isn't that the same problem that caused Discord to rebel in the first place with Twilight's Kingdom? It's like people just weren't paying attention to him.
Also-
People were treating him like the plague.
Also, like, there was a whole episode where he faked sick just to get some
Three's
attention.
a crowd, yeah.
Yeah.
three's a crowd.
So yeah, it's just...
Haven't they learned by now?
Haven't they learned by now that you do not neglect Discord? He needs attention.
Well, and what I was saying, I said several times while the episode was going, is Discord, when he doesn't get the attention he wants, when he feels left out or he feels shut down, he reverts into a 3-year-old throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when Discord throws a tantrum at it with all the power that he has, you get some pretty nasty things happening.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's a very, very needy extrovert.
But he's a very destructive one, too. I mean, literally sending an Ursa Major and a bugbear after them.
Ah.
Kids.
Let's get to that.
Okay.
Let's get
What
to
makes Discord's actions more than just irritating and annoying to downright, why are you doing this? This is making you not like your character anymore.
Well, let's get to that.
Yeah.
The plot progresses. Discord shows up, speaks with Starlight, and says, "Okay, I want to help out." And so he, Starlight says, well, I've got all these instructions from Twilight, and he tries to start rewriting the rules of one abolishing gravity, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But Starlight says, no, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it the way Twilight wants. And no, Discord, I don't want your help. And so Discord
Takes it personally.
He takes it personally, and the whole line, oh, really?
Yeah.
And then
You guys tell them what you had thought in that role.
Okay, so it's like after that line was spoken, Spike said, "Okay, after we play Ogres and Uvides, and he gets into that tone, it gets."
Or he puts that many E's
in
into
really?
his really, then we know that something bad's going to happen.
That's like playing with this guy.
When you play a game with Dr. Wolf, you know his nice, kind voice you hear when he's in the office doing a moment with Dr. Wolf. It's good to be helping, all that kind of thing. That voice completely changes when you sit him down at the game table and start playing a tabletop game.
it goes down about an octave.
And he gets a lot slower and methodical with his words. I remember when we played Munchkin, and I remember the exact phrase you use. It's like, never call my bluff again.
It was beautiful.
Are you sure you want to do that?
See, this is what happens. This is what happens.
So basically, Discord turned into Doc, and
Oh, wait a minute. Never mind.
Well,
Anyway.
the whole Owen Lightbringer thing, Trickster got.
Yes.
Okay.
so Discord sort of takes over the school overnight because it's Discord. And when Starlight gets there in the morning, she finds the office in complete disarray and that he's hired some substitute teachers.
Yes. Some pretty cool teachers. And of course you have to wonder, as Starlight did, who are these substitute teachers? And the scene cuts to the class, and we see one hoof come down in the middle of the screen, and we had to pause right there.
We immediately knew who it was.
Yes.
You should have seen his face reaction.
It was just like, boom.
We didn't even have to see the rest of the character. That one hoof. And that was enough to get him all excited.
So Iron Will comes into the picture.
Surprise, Iron Will.
Surprise!
Yeah, it turns Yona into a monster.
Well, yes.
What is it about Iron Will that just brings out the worst in people? He's supposed to be a self-help guru.
Well, I mean, he thinks that the only form of self-help is to be confident and aggressively confident. Now, meanwhile, Yona...
He's not even a yak!
I know, right? So he's a Minotaur.
Yeah.
So Yona, the cute little baby Yona, she's my favorite. He says, "You come up here." She's like, and he's like, "You have to force them to be your friend. Be my friend." "I can't hear you." "Be my friend. I've met yogurt with more aggression than you. Be my friend." It was so cute.
You're going to love me!
But see, Yona, she just can't manage that kind of volume. The most vicious that she could be was like a little 3-year-old kid, like Simba when he was trying to do his roar. You remember that?
Okay.
And so that's all that Yuna could manage, and it was adorable, but still everybody was afraid of her and they ran away.
Meanwhile, later she does break through the walls.
Well, okay, she's strong, she just doesn't have a big voice.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So,
And then the next teacher.
Okay, so we were really enjoying the episode up to this point. We were thinking this is cool. You've got Discord. You have all these cool things happening. Iron Will gets a cameo. Who's the next substitute teacher? And then we all went,
Now, we don't hate Cranky. We love Cranky.
Yes.
He's such a great character, but
that wasn't Cranky.
No.
No.
where did that come from?
So basically, we cut to like the fitness track, and he is lying on a lounge chair, making Gallus get him iced tea and spitting it in his face. He's like, "What kind of field trip is this?" And he was like, "Where's my iced tea? Sip, spit, too cold. Sip, spit, too hot. Sip, spit, too tea flavored." It was. That's not Cranky.
This isn't Cranky.
That's spoiled rich. Yeah,
That's
honestly.
spoiled rich, yeah.
Honestly, that would have been a better choice.
Why didn't they use her?
What didn't they use?
That would have been a perfect role.
And I would have appreciated that scene a lot more if it really had been spoiled rich.
Like, just any character, like, there are plenty of characters you could have used other than Cranky.
Yeah, and honestly, I think Spoiled Rich would have worked because she probably would be on Professor Naysay's side and been, like, super, like, not cool with all the creatures.
Well, yeah.
Well, and then, but see, if now when Discord said he recruited all of these substitute teachers.
I thought he said hired.
Oh, okay, you're right. He did. He did say hired. So he hired all of these substitute teachers. I can see why Iron Will would agree to that, but would Cranky ever agree to being a substitute teacher? I seriously doubt that.
Yeah, this scene.
Discord told him that, oh, you get to have the kids be your servants all day.
Maybe.
Which again, it doesn't make you like Cranky, and it doesn't make you like Discord.
No.
Especially when Discord gets creatures and paintings and whatever else to chase the kids around the school.
Again, we'll get to that. The third substitute teacher is a tree.
Yes.
A dragon sneeze tree.
A dragon sneeze tree.
And of course, Smolder's in the classroom.
Yeah.
So both Smolder and Spike start sneezing, and Smolder chases kids out of the room by almost setting it on fire.
Yeah, and so Spike is going around with a fire extinguisher, which is something I've never seen in the world of Equestria before.
Yeah.
You know, another anachronism, but you know, I'm going to let that one go. He's going around with a fire extinguisher, putting out Smolder's mistakes.
Yeah.
And also his own, because he was sneezing too.
You're right, he was. Yeah.
And so Starlight gets upset at Discord, and she's like, I don't need your help. I mean, you're not going to be a teacher. And he's like, okay, fine, I won't help him be a teacher. So the next day,
She hires new substitute teachers.
very appropriate ones.
Yeah.
She got some great ones. She got Spitfire, she got Trixie, and she got Maud. I wish we had seen Maud.
I wanted to see
I want to see Maud teaching geology.
As a teacher, I would have loved to see Maud.
But no, we only got, with the first class we see is Trixie's. Fine. Discord shows up, and he's like, what up, fellow kids?
Yeah, he was wearing the exact costume of that joke. And he pulls out a banana phone.
Ring, 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 ring,
banana phone. And so we all had to pause it. We all had to sing the song. We knew it was a joke. And I thought it was pretty cool when Trixie said, "Okay, Discord, no fruit phones in class." He said, "Okay, fine." So he peeled it, pulled out a phone receiver, and ate it.
Right.
Yeah, and then later with Trixie.
Continues on. Trixie finds that she has a banana in her hat, picks it up and says, what even is a long distance plan?
And that was beautiful.
Okay, that was pretty good.
That's the thing about this episode, is that it had some really good zingers.
Yes, so many clever lines.
Okay,
We
but
were
see-
laughing our heads off.
Here's where the real danger started. Now, Smolder breathing fire around the classroom. Okay, I get that. There's the dragon sneeze tree. Okay, you know, Spike was right there with the fire extinguisher putting things out. Discord comes in and disrupts Trixie's lesson, and Trixie, the first thing she pulls out of her hat is a pig. Okay,
A flying pig.
a flying
actually,
pig. Yes,
because it's
Fair
Discord.
enough. Then it was Derpy.
Then it was Derpy.
Which was beautiful.
Very cute. Okay, we thought, okay, this is going to be humorous and stuff. And then she pulls out an Ursa Major in front of a class full of children.
And of course everyone runs, but I mean, that Ursa Major was not happy.
Yeah, and then we get to the next classroom session
Oh
where
my gosh,
he sicks a bugbear on kids. Yona almost got stung. If it weren't for Starlight, she would have gotten stung.
And Ocellus and Sandbar tried to save her.
Yeah.
But they couldn't do. Oh, or was it Silverstream and Sandbar? I don't remember. But it was like they had just finished Spitfire's workout, and they're like, you know, like they can't breathe. And so he's like, okay, well we're gonna do more running. Snap. Summons a bugbear, and of course they're running, and Yona, like, trips, falls, almost gets stung, and possibly dies. I don't know what happens.
Yeah, but what happens when you do get stung by a bear?
It's huge. It's literally twice her size.
It's an enormous stinger. I would imagine you would lose a lot of blood.
Oh, look, I've been impaled.
Thank you, Olaf.
That works.
But yeah, and yeah, that's just kind of the part where it just kind of goes a little bit downhill for us, is that he starts going after the kids and putting them in danger. I wanted to strangle Discord.
So I get Discord. I get it. You're upset with Starlight. You're upset with Twilight. You wanted to help out with the school. You were ignored. You were left out. I get it. You're upset. Okay. So if you are angry take it out on those who are responsible,
If you must take it out at
but
all.
don't hurt the children.
It makes us really dislike the character. And it's more than just irritating and annoying. It's insulting when you're going it that far.
Yeah. I mean, like,
You
Discord.
don't mess with kids.
Yeah, no.
You don't.
Discord has, obviously it's Discord, but at the same time, he should have limits. I don't know how far his empathy reaches because we haven't, you know what I want to see is I want to see him interact more with the CMC. Because that way he would learn to deal with kids more. But that's another episode for another day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then Starlight comes and kind of kamehamehas him.
Holy cow!
It wasn't, she didn't kill him or anything, she just banished him.
It wasn't quite the levels of Twilight versus T-Rex power, but yeah, impressive still.
She did create a fissure.
Yeah, and I was thinking, okay, I had to pause it right after she did that. I'm like, this totally reminds me of the fight between Twilight and T-Rex. Of course, it's not on the same magnitude, but she blew a hole through the ground. You saw Discord's body just like disintegrate in the power beam.
It was just a banishing spell. And then I'm just thinking, you sure?
Okay, now before this happened, this is one thing I wanted to point out. Before this happened, Starlight was getting frustrated with Discord. She was charging up. She was getting ready to do this whole thing, and Spike actually walked in between him and he said, "Okay, wait, let's calm down here. Let's talk this out." He was actually the voice of reason, he was trying to calm the tensions between the two, and of course, Discord just he set her off again, and she blew up.
Well, she was like, she was getting mad, and Spike was like, "Well, hang on, he just was trying to help or whatever," and she's like, and she's not, it's gone too far, and it's like, "Yeah, dude, what's your problem?" Discord said, "Well, how is it that Twilight put a power-hungry, incompetent unicorn in charge? My problem." And that's the snap point.
That's what said. I mean, it was a cruel thing to say.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he intended to set her off. He knew what was coming.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and of course, Spike, I don't know how he didn't get caught in the blast. He was right there in front of her.
He's maybe the spell only affected Discord? I don't know.
Maybe living with Twilight all those years has given him reflexes to get out of the blast zone.
He has a very good reflex save.
Very good point. Very good point. Okay.
All right, so the next day, it is the Spellvenger hunt.
Okay, fun, cool. Yes.
So, there's the cool thing. They're up in pairs. They have these cool little shield watches. Yeah, I think that's not part of it. So they have these cool little shield watches, and every time they find an artifact, they put the shield watches up to it, and it records their score. Cool. Ocellus and Smolder go and find the Yak artifact. It's a big old helmet with horns, and they find it on a suit of armor. They record their score, and then the statue comes to life.
Okay, so we were talking before about putting children in danger. And here comes more of it.
Yeah.
This is the point, I think, that's when you said you wanted to hit Discord with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You were just mad.
Yeah, I would never actually do it, but I really want to.
And then we cut to the library where Gallus and Silverstream are going after a crown of Grover. The helmet was for Yak, who said that anyone who saw him would put their weapons down in peace. Cool.
Nice.
And then there's the crown of Grover, which is a Griffin artifact.
Griffin artifact, yeah.
Find it behind a painting. It said it's like he was the first king of Griffinstone. They put the shields up to it. Cool. The paintings come to life and start chasing the kids.
And we briefly saw another painting that had the talisman, but we don't know
the little rod.
Yeah.
For a changeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't know what that does.
Yeah, because it's probably another one that was found. And then Sandbar and Yona are after the shell that calls dragons, which was cool. But then the stairs turn into quicksand and get stuck. And Discord steals all the artifacts. And so all of the kids gather together. They're like all being chased. And Discord can astral project now.
Yeah.
Discord has that power now.
That's new.
Because his body was banished from the school as per Starlight, but his spirit apparently wasn't. So we have ghosts
So yes,
now.
we have a separation of body and soul confirmation in the show.
We have ghosts, so let's just have fun with that. Okay, I'm waiting for them to do a Ghostbusters joke.
Give it time.
I mean, they already did Ghostbusters.
We don't talk about that episode.
All right, moving on.
Anyways, so Discord comes in, his ghost has collected all the artifacts, he's like, I win! What do I win? Spike?
Detention.
Detention. Okay, Spike, way to take control.
Right.
It's like, what? You know, and so we have the schoolyard 6 there, and Starlight says, I'm going to deal with you exactly how you should be dealt with. I'm sorry.
Okay, Starlight. Bravo. That took a lot of self-control. After your outburst earlier, you realized that's not the way to handle the situation. You actually went up to Discord and said, I have one thing to say to you. I'm sorry. And that diffused the entire situation.
She realized that escalating the conflict would only continue to create more and more problems by that point.
Mm-hmm.
She realized that even though Discord had caused so much strife, even amongst the students, and yes, we really dislike him for that, Starlight was mature enough to understand that trying to punish him over it is just going to keep making things worse.
So, it's like we were reading this book called Love and Respect, and it talks about something, the crazy cycle.
Yes.
And the thing is, it's like arguments get worse, and they get on this crazy cycle whenever one person's feeling disrespected and the other person's feeling unloved. It just keeps going and going, and it can only stop when one person apologizes.
Yes.
And tries to change their behavior. So in this case, Discord was feeling probably the unloved part, and Starlight was feeling disrespected because she was... No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Debatable.
yeah, well, it's just she was put in a position of power. Anyways.
Yeah.
So he was feeling unloved, she was feeling disrespected. She finally broke the crazy cycle and said, I'm sorry. She rematerialized his body, she unbanished him. He even had the same color spell. I thought that was a nice little catch.
Continuity.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there were a bunch of callbacks this episode. It was
Yeah,
great.
we'll get to that.
Yeah, and so she's like, I'm sorry, I was trying to approach this as a headmistress, and I completely neglected being a friend. Now, I have a little point about this later, and then he's like, oh, fine, well then I'll start. She asked for his help, and he's like, oh, yay! Oh, wait, I mean, I have to be cool, I'm Discord.
He's very insecure.
Yeah.
He's like, I would like my own office, my own parking space, and my own expense account. And Spike
Spike pulled the zinger of the entire episode and I would say of the entire season so far.
You're new to the world of education, aren't you?
We had to push pause, and we were laughing for a full minute straight. Basking in the glory of that one line. Bravo!
As a teacher, being raised by 2 teachers, my grandfather helped with the university, there was so much demand on teachers and very little money. In fact, usually teachers, on average, spend about $500 on their own classrooms that does not get compensated for. So... I completely and utterly, truly appreciated that joke. Mm-hmm. It was a balm for my soul. It was so nice. Oh my gosh. But it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh. So I love when Spike gets those great lines.
Mm-hmm. And then immediately the door bursts open and the main 6 come back.
Okay, I just have to say, they're all disheveled, of course. They're all, they're dirty. They've got junk, and Rarity's hair is all out of place. And oh my gosh, Rarity, oh no. But 2 things that I saw there. Well, it turns out that Discord led him on a wild goose chase. because he was trying to, get them out of the picture.
Yeah, it's exactly like Three's a Crowd.
Right.
Right.
So Twilight walks in, and her mane and her tail are full of twigs and flowers and leaves and branches, but nobody else's is. So you have to wonder, what did Twilight get into that the rest of them didn't?
Oh, I don't know. Pinky was covered in mud.
Well, Pinky was covered in mud, but she talked about going spelunking in a dark cave with eyeless worms. She thought it was totally cool.
Yeah.
And so I can understand why she's covered in mud, because she went spelunking.
Yeah.
But what did Twilight do?
Got into a fight with a timber wolf and won.
That would be awesome.
That would be
Good story.
Entirely possible.
I want that episode now. So we have a list of wanted episodes. We have Twilight versus Timberwolf and Discord in the CMC.
That works.
Okay, that works.
Hasbro, call me. I got ideas. So they show up disheveled, and they're mad at Discord because they realize that he did two things. He put a glamour on their cutie marks to make them look like they were poofing,
Yeah, I thought it did look a little bit different, but
Yeah.
I didn't say anything.
I could tell long before it happened that main six are being sent on a wild goose chase. This is all Discord's doing.
I genuinely thought it was a genuine mission.
I didn't catch that. I would, yeah.
I just was like, oh, their butt stickers are glowing, so they're going off. And then he also can manipulate the map.
That is something new.
Yeah, he can astral project, he can mess with cutie marks, and he can mess with the map.
I think it's more he's just placing illusions over everything.
I get
That's
it.
probably the best way to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
But how much? But astral projection is not an illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause he was
that would be
manipulating
different. But an illusion over the map, an illusion over themselves.
Okay, yeah, I'll
that's
get
probably
that.
the best way to make it work.
I get
Yeah.
that. I get that. Okay.
Yeah, and so one thing that I just kind of realized. So the whole point of the episode was to let Discord in on this, and he never gets a chance to do anything.
Not
You
anything
got to
real.
do plenty of the stuff that he likes doing, just not in an official capacity.
Not anything real. As
Yeah, it's
far
like
as,
he wanted to be a part of the school thing. He wanted to help, but in the end, when Starlight finally gave him the chance, he never got that.
I think that it would be nice. You know that CMC episode?
Wow.
You know that CMC episode I want? I think it would be cool if they were friendship tutors for Discord, or they worked with Discord as friendship tutors. Sort of him showing the progress.
Okay.
What would the CMC do to keep Discord's attention? That's the real kicker.
There's three of them. I'm sure they could think of something.
But when
Keep in mind, this is the CMC. They know how to look for trouble.
Well, yes, and Discord
Discord
knows
is.
how to create the trouble.
Right.
And so that I can see that going all kinds of ways.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Couple of things that I wanted to mention. We had Silver. I'm going to take your thing. Continuity.
Yay!
So many friggin' callbacks to previous episodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even ones really far back. I was impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see if we can. The one that I was thinking of is when Spike, when he was talking to Starlight earlier in the episode, and when they're talking about when they get together and they role play, and so he was saying that we get together and we role play, and we're still doing this. I don't know how many episodes later, but it's still happening. So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys' night is still a thing, and I'm very glad about that. Because
And
that's fun.
what was it? Starlight saying, "Why shouldn't Spike be in charge?" Oh, I've already done that. I do not want to do that.
That's
again.
right. That's right. Referring back to Princess Twilight.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, Princess Spike. Sorry, Princess Spike.
Yeah, he knows that he gets a little loopy when he gets power.
Yeah.
So yeah, he understand. Yeah, I really like that maturity of Spike. It's like he's just do not give me power.
Yeah.
Now you also have Iron Will is a big old callback.
Of course.
Yeah.
And
Of course.
and also the Dragon Sneeze tree is
That's a second callback. to
Also, Princess Spike.
Yeah, isn't that? I love that.
Yeah.
So they were really heavy-handed with the Princess Spike one.
How long has it been since we've seen an Ursa Major?
Season
Season 1, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was, yeah, and Ursa Major was, I can't think.
The episode 5.
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
Was
But-
it really that far back?
Episode 5.
That's when
was
Trixie was
episode
introduced?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's episode 6.
No,
that
that's
was-
episode 5.
No, it's like the Friendship is Magic, the first 2, then it's the Ticketmaster, then it's Applebuck Season, then it's Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and then
We're getting
Griffin.
Griffin the Brush Off. Is
Oh
episode
yeah,
5.
you're right. Griffin the Brush Off.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
that's episode
Ursa
6.
Major hailing clear back to season 1, and then we see the Bugbear, which is back to Slice of Life.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and so we were wondering what actually happens when you get impaled by a Bugbear. I don't know.
Yeah. And then, of course, we had Spitfire and Maud make cameos, even though they
Yes.
didn't say anything.
Yeah, we saw Spitfire, like drill them a little bit, and yeah, they are sufficiently exhausted.
Mm-hmm. You know, I kind of hoped that they would do, like, some sort of teamwork friendship building exercise with the Bugbear kind of thing. Like I liked the part where they were, when Yona fell, and I think it was Silverstream and Sandbar who came to her help. But I would have liked it, like, if they had noticed sooner that she was having trouble and, like, picked her up and got
All right.
her out of there.
I want to make a prediction here. They revealed these 6 artifacts for each of the different races.
Yes.
Of the Schoolyard 6.
You have to believe that at some point in the future, each of these students are going to find that there is this great crisis, and the only way that they could possibly save the day, because the adults are in trouble.
Taken out of the picture.
Yeah. I'm hoping that the reasoning for that is not too convoluted, but I know that's going to happen.
Not too convoluted or too simple.
Right.
Just like, hey, we managed to capture all of them.
Right.
Like-
but just, I'm expecting now that these 6 artifacts are going to be used by these 6 students to save the day at some point in the future.
We got the king, the crown of Grover, which is the Griffin one. We had the staff of the Changeling because it was in a picture with the Changeling.
Yes.
We have the shell that calls dragons,
Right.
and we have a peacemaking yak helmet.
So there's 4.
We just need something for the hippogriffs, and we just need something for the ponies. Clover the
Clover the
Clever's
Clever's
cloak,
cloak.
and then I can't remember what the last one is because
The Changeling staff.
Huh?
Change the staff she already mentioned.
Yeah, change it. We need something for the
The
hippogriffs.
dragons.
No, the
Okay,
hippogriffs have the shell that calls the
The
griffin.
shell is for the dragons.
No, the shell is for the hippogriff.
To call the dragons.
I see.
Okay, so we
Okay.
need the dragon.
So the
artifact.
dragon has an artifact.
Which one is the dragon
We're going to
artifact?
have to look back at the episode and see what that is.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
okay.
not right this second.
No.
And so I think, you know how like we always have like an issue with the main 6 or the adults getting brushed to the side. I think that they should be there, but they just need more. They just need more help. That way it doesn't like make them ineffective. They just need more.
All right.
So,
I'd appreciate that.
Best
Well,
of both
and that's the thing. It's like a hippogriff conch to call dragons. If that actually comes back, if they need that to call dragons, something big would have to go down.
Quite big. Yeah.
Like, wow, yeah.
So if something requires like all of the dragons, if that thing gets used, that means something big's
well,
going
now
down.
does it call all of them or just one of them?
Possibly. Don't
Because
know.
And does it call the full-size dragons, or does it call the younger dragons?
Because here's what I'm thinking. You know, what if you use the shell and suddenly you summon Spike or Ember or even Smolder?
Okay, now we're getting into headcanon
All right,
territory.
never mind.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm just looking at all these and I'm like, these are some great magic items for Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh. Cool stuff. All right. Final thoughts. I had a lot of fun watching this. It is a laugh fest. There are, unfortunately, more than a few moments where you have to just wonder why
Grin
they
and bear it.
would put these characters in these situations. But I still like the episode overall.
Yeah.
I am still going to go back and watch it again because there's just too many fantastic moments.
I know, it's like, and I'm in total agreement. It's like so many great moments, so many funny lines. It was so funny. Like there are a lot of cool character moments, but it's like, Discord became despicable. You made Cranky out to be a jerk. That's the whole thing. It's like, Cranky is not supposed to be a jerk. I am so upset by that.
He's supposed to be like a little bit of a curmudgeon, but there's a difference.
It's like a curmudgeon with a heart of gold.
Yeah.
Put spoiled rich in there, and it wouldn't have been an issue.
Yeah, we had a discussion about like how if we had done it, we'd if we had written it, we would have put spoiled rich in there because honestly, they would have worked perfectly, darling.
Right. I do very much appreciate what they did with Spike and with Starlight.
Mm-hmm. And Iron Will.
So
yeah, but Discord's character, he kind of dropped a few points on the likability meter.
Yeah. We'll see what else they have in store for him.
I can't wait to see what KP says about that.
Ooh.
We'll see. We'll see.
So are we going in line about final thoughts?
Oh,
or-
sure, go for it.
I
Josh.
already did mine.
Okay, did. Lot of fun. I feel like I haven't been as much of a Starlight fan as others, but this one made me like her a lot more. And of course, anything that has commentary on the education system is usually all right by me.
As far as character in this episode, I was disappointed in of course, Cranky. Cranky didn't belong. I agree. Switch him up with Filthy Rich, Spoiled Rich, and you're fine.
Okay.
But Discord, I have always really liked Discord as when he was a villain and then as a reformed villain. I've loved his character. I've loved his antics. When he first appeared in the episode and he says, "Oh, I'm going to pieces," and then he just falls and like a broken crockery, and he's still looking up at her. Thank you. This is the Discord that I love.
Gotta wrap it up.
All right, but I was very disappointed with his character when he started attacking the children. This is not.
You don't mess with kids.
Yeah, this is something that just doesn't fit into Discord. Okay.
Okay. I think camera's running low, so I do want to thank everyone for taking part in this, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Alright.
Until next time, I am Dr. Wolf.
I am Josh Fortune.
Aramau, the fiery secretary.
And TericDragon.
And we look forward to hearing from you.
Yay!